Alright, welcome back everyone. Oh, I still haven't launched the game because it's the first time. So yeah, let's launch it. This one shouldn't have issues, so it's fine. Launch it on stream for the first time. I hope it doesn't have. Okay. Oh, this is the guy that made Choo Choo Charles. I kind of watched the video for it before it even came out. Alright, so we're gonna start with continue with now, but decided to do this one because I got well, the expansion pack for it, like the DLC. Uh, I'm going to check out like that. There's dev commentary as well, but it's like a video, so we might, I don't know whether we'll watch it or not. We can. We'll see. Yeah, I decided to start with this one because we have extra content for it as well. Alright, and today we're playing short games and I've prepared 3. So we'll see how fast, how long it takes us to beat them. Because if we beat them all and we still have like a good amount of time, we're gonna start Half-Life 2 update. I got a third one because I don't know, I want to feel like this the whole stream is short games, but we'll see. We'll see how short they are. All right. Well, let's play on epic. Mouse sensitivity. All right, you can see. I'll increase the volume a bit. I don't know how loud it is. Oh, cloud climber. Let's start.
Another day has arrived before going to work.
I best get my water before going to work. Okay. I tried out to see whether sounds good. I mean, I'll increase a little bit, but alright, this should be fine. I like the art style of the game. It looks pretty nice. Let's read the note. Oh, E. Oh, yeah, I pick up with mouse. Okay. Time diary, page 1489. I may need to get to the neighboring tower in the future, but I know the other builders keep the entrance to the bridge locked. I saw key on the table at the top of our tower a few weeks ago before I went to get more building supplies. I haven't been up there in a few weeks, so I'll need to check if it unlocks the bridge door. If the other towers ever become vacant, I might need to get across, so I'll have to keep this in mind. Chest keys required. I want to take a screenshot. I need to take some screenshots. So we're pretty high up, aren't we? Chest key added to inventory. Hold E to view. Alright. Why do you keep bucket with water in the locked chest? Bucket of water added to inventory. Why is there water in a chest full of water with a bucket in it? Go that way. Ooh, 4 steps outside.
Construction on the last tower stopped weeks ago.
Right.
I can only assume that the builders have met their fate by now.
So,
I believe it's safe enough for me to go and continue building higher yet from where they left off.
wait.
I'll need to travel across the other 2 towers to get there, but I'm sure I can find a way.
So there's a pretty tall tower, I take it. Because we can't even see the ground. Alright, I got some screenshots. Can I fall? No, there's an invisible wall. Oh, there's not an invisible wall. No, invisible wall. Alright, let's go up. It's kind of creepy. Wait. This house is shaking. Wait, look at this. Look how the dot is moving on that flag. Either that tower shaking, or this one, or both towers are shaking. Yeah. Which isn't really a good sign, because when they shake, they fall. Bonnie the Great and Terrible, Diary page 69. Nice. For months we've been building faster than ever. It seems as if every time we complete a new level, the clouds raise higher and higher. I could have sworn we were close to them decades ago, but we're still not done yet. I can only hope that we are getting close. Signed, Bonnie the Great and Terrible. So wait, they want to build a tower? Wait, they did change the title, right? I was add that as a title. No, not a title, quote. Actually. What day is it? Okay. That might be the first quote for 2023. Alright, there you go. Also, I have to send something at around 5 p.m. to my class, so yeah, I'll keep an eye on the time. I've already prepared the email, I just gotta press send. I have sent it 5 p.m. Manila. Joey Diary, page 420. This is on purpose. You can't tell me we'll find 69 and then 420. Yeah, that's on purpose. I've been building all day long, and Bonnie, the Great and Terrible, has been sitting on his butt, acting as foreman. In other words, he doesn't do any work, and drinks all our water. I've started locking my water chest, just in case he really does think he's above us all. Oh, that's why... That's why we have a... Oh, a saw. That's why whoever we're playing as has a chest with water and a bucket in it. Also, there's a tower over there. There's not a tower over there. Why is it locked? Why is it locked? There's no windows. These towers can't be safe. Oh, that's the way to the bridge. Okay, that's why it's locked. There's a key. Yeah, these towers are definitely not safe. You can't climb. Bridge door key added to inventory. That'd make for a nice screenshot. Hi, it's my face. Hi. And the diary, page 36. I can't believe today's the 100th anniversary of our tower. I know others have been building much longer, and now I wish our grandparents had taken this whole thing more seriously. 100 years ago, they decided that things were getting dangerous, but why didn't they see the problem 200 years ago, or even longer? I'm still glad they started building, but I just wish we had seen this coming. What? Seen what sooner? And they've been building these towers for like 100 years.
It's been quite some time since I was on the second tower. I haven't crossed this bridge since the builders became greedy and took the supplies that were meant to come to our tower. Just like all the other towers, its inhabitants quickly grew desperate and aggressive. Now it stands empty.
So why did the others die? Maybe that's why we can't see the ground. Oh wait. There's ropes. This rope doesn't really reach that far down. You gotta see it going down. But how do they keep building up if they can't reach us from the ground? Like, if everything on the ground dies, well, not assuming here. So why else would they be building a tower? Or many towers. It's like they're building up so they can survive because something from down is coming up. Kyle Diary, page 45. I guess I knew this day would come, but I didn't expect it to come this soon. Yesterday, we started extreme rationing of our water. 2 days back, we stopped getting supplies from the ground crew on our lift. We can only assume that they stole the supplies for themselves, ran out of water and food sources, or simply died. We don't get into the cloud. If we don't get into the cloud soon, we might need to see if we can get some from one of the neighboring towers. Yeah, so guys on the ground kind of died. There's some bad down there. And they're trying to reach the clouds. Most likely you have to go over there and there. The other towers seem like background, they seem like interrupt. Right. Fourth diary, page 9825. Dear diary, wouldn't it be ironic if it rained now, after decades of building? Now would be the perfect time, since we've just started rationing our supplies more. But I have a good feeling about this. I know I've never seen rain myself, but the grandmother always told me how wonderful it felt. It'd be so surreal to be on the ground and see water for miles, instead of desert and wasteland. Surely it will rain someday. We just need to survive until then, so it's not raining. So it's a desert down there. Okay. Just making sure if it's explored. That kind of explains like the sandstorm kind of thing.
They installed a rope cart on this level to get to the third tower. I should be able to use it to get across.
Kyle Diary, page 46. I tried to be reasonable. I tried to talk with them, but those greedy little scumbags on Tower 1 don't want to share their supplies with us. I'm not going to die miles above the ground, drying up like a raisin, while other people watch. I'm going over tonight. I'm going over there tonight to take everything I need, so I can last long enough to watch everyone else die. Wait, there's another floor. Hmm. That seems like a main tower. This tower, and that tower over there. They have like rectangular, like square bases. This one is circular. That one is circular. That one is circular. These are the only ones that stand out. Wait, you can climb up? Yeah. This is my tower now. I claim it. Imagine from falling from this height. Is there no note over here? I didn't see one. No. It's just if you wanna have like better view. It's automatic. That's fancy.
I could almost call this place beautiful if these dust storms weren't so suffocating.
It's just. Yeah, this is not safe at all.
I hope I find what I'm looking for at the fourth tower.
Why is Tower 1 our tower the shortest tower? Also, you see that? I can't zoom in. But this ladder seems to be on the other side, on the outside. Like, you can't climb it from the inside because you bonk your head on the ceiling, so that is not safe at all. And that diary page on. I couldn't be more frustrated right now. Running out of water, running out of building supplies. And Kyle just won't get along with me. At least 5 times a day, he pretends he's going to push me off the tower. I swear, if I do fall someday, it will be his fault. Joey diary page 556. Yesterday, Haran fell off the tower. Oh, that's sad. I don't know how it happened, but it was a shame, especially since he had the key to most of our water chest. We'll need to break the locked ones open soon, since we've almost emptied out the chests. The sound is like really eerie, like very ominous. Well, Carl, if we find if we find a note from Carl which said, "Hey, I pushed that loser," that'd be pretty funny. Carl, there you go. Our diary, page 1, page 57. I just can't get over it. Adam gives the absolute best reactions when I mess with him. The past week, I've been pretending to get mad and shove my arms at him, as if to push him off the tower. I don't think this will ever get old. And I can tell Adam loves it. Just love it. Yeah, that could be able to hear it. It's not that quiet. That's the last tower. Oh no.
Looks like I'll need to fix this bridge.
Stack of tags required. These? Stack of tags, okay. You want any nails or something? Yeah. I'm professional.
It's hard to believe that I'm the last one here. I never thought it would end like this. Makes you wonder what the whole point was in the first place.
I don't know. An oath of ambition. Out of everyone on this earth, our families were the only ones who looked the water crisis seriously. We were the ones who started building. We were mocked and told we were insane. We were the ones who everyone looked to when the lakes and rivers dried up. Our blueprints were the ones that were stolen as people became desperate. Out of everyone on this earth, we are the ones who deserve to survive. The clouds are brimming with liquid life, but are still so evasive. We've been building for a long time, but we're not there than yet. We have farther to go. We will climb the clouds. The son of Silkar. Here we diary, page 490. This evening Kevin made a really cheesy speech about how we alone will prevail, and how we're the only descendants of the great ones who deserve life. It was honestly the cringiest speech I've ever heard, and that's really saying a lot considering the other stuff he's been saying lately. He also keeps referring to himself in the third person, and only responds to us if we call him son of Zilkar. Who's Zilkar? Why can't I climb these ladders? I can open that. Oh, I got a hammer. I got a stack of planks. Why? Oh, building. You really can't take. You really can't take a step from here to here. Really? How fast I'm building. No?
This place really is beautiful, even with the dust storms. It's peaceful in a way. I've been working on that tower my whole life and never once stopped to appreciate what we'd spent our lives building. We only looked up to the clouds, hoping we'd someday reach them so we could prolong our lives. But now that everyone's gone, I know any attempt I might make at accomplishing that would be futile. Rather than spending the rest of my life building a tower, maybe it's time I took a break. It's been a long time, but I think I'm finally done.
It's gonna jump. Oh, just sat down. Oh, it's raining. What a plot twist. Oh. Thanks for playing. Press any key to return to menu. Where's the any key? Alright, that was pretty short. Well, okay. Well, let's check out the extra content. Alright, this character book. Let's go over the character book, and we can watch the dev commentary. It's like a separate video. Right. Hmm? I cannot capture it. Wait. Maybe if I add it as a source. What is that? Oh, it's a PNG, right? What if I add this image? Oh, how do I find this? I can do it like this somehow. Okay, that's gonna be huge. Why is it so huge? Alright, there you go. There you go. Alright, well, I'll leave it like that and I'll wait for the PNG. If I if I switch it, no, I'll have to switch it individually for each one. Alright, it's fine. Alright, Joey. Joey is a 20-year-old builder. He's pretty quiet and mostly keeps to himself, taking orders from the other builders. He gets frustrated easily, but rather than expressing it to anyone, he would rather write about it in his journal. He cares about the other builders, but they mostly disregard him and don't give him as much credit as he thinks he deserves. Okay. This time we have Edna. Switch for myself too. Edna. Edna is tough and very determined. She's hopeful about the future and tries to stay positive, but often wonders if she and her fellow builders will ever get the water they need. She's good friends with Stan and Joey, but doesn't get along well with Bernie. In short, she's easily aggravated by his laziness. Yeah? I'm hiding it just in case. Stan. Okay. Stan is a builder architect on the first tower and makes all the fine adjustments and measurements to make sure the tower is sturdy. He doesn't trust the other builders and usually works slower on the tower to stay away from them. This is because they will get angry at him whenever he measures something and tells them it needs adjustments. To be honest, if it needs an adjustment, they probably won't be so mad. Yeah. Wait, we're on page 4, okay. If the tower falls, they might be mad if he hasn't told them about the adjustments, you know? Okay, we got Bonnie. Bonnie considers himself the brain behind the architecture and construction of the tower he's on. For some reason, he got the idea that he was the best builder and should become the foreman. He always carries his notebook around to document how well everyone else is working, and always makes sure to let them know if he thinks they aren't working hard enough. Okay. We have, who's next? 5. We're halfway there. Kyle. Kyle has some serious anger issues and is always frustrated with the other builders, both on his tower and on the other towers, on the other nearby towers. His main job is to operate the lift that brings supplies to the tower from the ground. He's a huge pessimist and only looks out for himself. That being said, he also really likes watching pretty sunsets. Nice. Alright, next one is this one, Bertha. Wait, did we even see Bertha? Did you see a note from Bertha or did I miss it or something? Bertha is a writer at heart and is almost always adding to her diary. She's a sweet old woman who has been on the towers for over 60 years. Bertha has done her fair share of building, and although there isn't a lot she can do to help the other builders, she tries her best to keep them positive and encouraged. Years of dust and blistering wind have taken a serious toll on her eyesight, so she occasionally asks Kyle to help her writing her diary. Kyle doesn't like this very much. Okay. Next one is Carl. Carl is a fantastic builder and does all the heavy lifting on his tower. He's jolly and means well to everyone, but he's actually quite a nuisance. He doesn't realize it and probably never will. Being very outspoken, Carl unknowingly rubs everyone the wrong way, and at his size, no one ever questions him. Wait, this is the guy that wait, yeah, that was Was Kyle the one pushing one back? On, on, on something. Yeah, he was the one. So I guess that was not such an instant joke, because this guy is huge. If he pushes you, you're gonna fall. Okay, next one is almost there. Kevin. I don't think we even saw some of these names. Oh, never mind, we saw him. Kevin, son of Zilkar. Kevin is one of the five brothers and three sisters, whose grandparents started building the very first tower when the drought began. He believes that his family line were the only people who should survive, and that the gods themselves had destined them to prevail. The rest of his family believe he's gone insane, and I have to agree with them. Uh-huh. We have Huey. Huey is one of Kevin's younger brothers. Huey, however, is not insane. He's actually pretty down to earth and wishes his brother hadn't lost it. He doesn't mind not getting to see the ground his whole life, and truly enjoys building, as long as he isn't around his brother Kevin. And oh, his name was Hadang. Okay, last one. There you go, Hadang. Hadang is very quiet and avoids all the all the other builders as much as he can. He's especially nervous around Carl due to his antagonizing actions. Dunk is a very focused worker, fantastic at organizing his thoughts, and always knows what needs to happen to keep construction going smoothly. But often, he'll work late into the night to keep his mind at ease and to give himself a feeling of meaning. He was the guy that kind of fell off the tower though. Alright, these are the character books, and we can watch the dev commentary. Oh, how long is it? It's 13 minutes. Alright, that's fair. I'll delete the image. I think, can I capture it with window capture? Dev commentary. Oh, I can. There we go. Alright, we still have the game in the background. Alright, let's watch it. Cloud Climber Dev commentary.
Hello, and welcome to the developer commentary for Cloud Climber, which is my game. I made that.
Alright, let's watch.
I'm Gavin. I'm the solo developer here at 2-Star Games, and I recently put this game, at least at the time
The
of
main
recording
character is kind of looks
recently put the game
like
on Steam for
based
free,
on him,
and
probably.
people have been really enjoying it. The response has been fantastic, and I couldn't have asked for more. So it's been really cool to see people enjoying the game as much as they have. A lot of people are really into the world that that this game has kind of created, and kind of are interested in learning more. And
Obviously,
so
it is kind of
that's
creepy.
kind of what I wanted to do with this fan
Yeah,
pack.
it was kind of
is
creepy, like
provide
before
people
ambience.
with more details, more information, simply more of the Cloud Climber experience. So if you haven't explored through all the
You can see
files
that.
in the pack yet, I've included a bunch of really awesome wallpapers that you can use on
Yeah, there's some
your
wallpapers.
computer, your phone, whatever. Cool stuff, right? We've got the character studies on all the different writers who have written notes and diary pages throughout the game. And of course, we have the developer commentary, which you're watching right now. So in a minute here, I'm going to hop into the game and I'm going to play through and kind of commentate on what it took to create the game and make it in the way that it was made. So once again, thank you for being a fan. Thank you for buying the pack. It means a lot to me. It really does. And let's hop into the game. So if you didn't know, Cloud Climber was originally made for a game jam. So it was a project that I worked on for 1 week, and the theme of that game jam was it's been a long time, but we're not done yet. And
Oh, 1 week game. This looks pretty good though.
Back in December of 2020, and I almost didn't even participate. I had a whole bunch of stuff going on and wasn't sure if I was gonna be able to make the time to pull it off, but I'm definitely glad that I did decide to do it. And so the theme that I just just mentioned, it's been a long time, but we're not done yet. It was kind of difficult to work with because it was sort of an obscure sort of theme, you know, and so it was a difficult theme to work with, and a lot of people were kind of discouraged by that. But and I mean, I even was as well. But I spent plenty of time thinking about it. Probably at least like the first half of the first day of the jam, just trying to figure out how I could use this theme in the most effective way possible, while staying, you know, true to the theme, and also being creative with it and putting an interesting spin on it. Because I didn't want to interpret the theme in the same way as, you know, as everybody else. You know, I wanted to be able to do something kind of different. And so I formed the idea for a game where you build towers. And yeah, my thought process was that I was trying to think of things that would take a long time to do that you might not be done with, right? And building, construction, that kind of thing came up. You know, I had other ideas as well, but this is the one that really stuck, and it just felt right, to be honest. Like I couldn't give you any better reason than that I just liked the idea. It just seemed good that you build towers, and after I decided on that, I had to come up with an idea for why people were building these towers. And so I decided, well, hey, what if they're trying to get water? What if it stopped raining and all the water's in the clouds? And that's how that whole idea formed. And it just felt right for this to be a relaxing game, even though it's a sad story, you know, where almost all of
It was kind of
humanity is
relaxing,
down,
but the whole vibe is so
the
ominous
last
with
people
the
left
sound.
alive. It just seemed right for it to be a calm game. And, you know, I considered making it a horror game. It was almost a horror game.
It would have
That's
worked as a
what my
horror
other
game, to be
projects
honest.
are. But it just didn't feel right for this project. So I went with something completely different, something unlike anything else I'd done, and tried to make it really relaxing. So I started working on art for the game in the first day of the jam, and at first it didn't quite look right, but after adding some nice warm lighting, some long shadows and fog, and kind of the god rays that you see, it started to get this really sort of euphoric, dream-like feeling, and I started to really, really like it. So since I didn't have much time to plan the game and even to make the game, I decided to just make it a walking simulator. I figured it'd be easiest to just make notes to tell the story and have monologue from the player character, but I wanted to be able to take the standard format for a walking simulator and breathe some new life into it, I guess. You know, I wanted to be able to make it exceptional. And so the main thing that I wanted to do was make really strong personality, character-based notes. And the aspect of personality was really key. And so I started trying to be smart about how I structured the story over the next few days, the first few days of the jam, trying to figure out how exactly I could structure this in a way that would be really concise, and that it would make sense, and that it would make sense at the right times, and also be interesting and fun to learn about. So each note, you know, had to provide some kind of new piece of context around the kind of this world building, and then I had the monologue, which would generally help guide the player toward things that they needed to do. And then I kind of broke up each tower into, you know, the first, second, and third towers as being the main areas where the story and the context around the story is told. So the first tower, the main point that I wanted to get across was that people have been building for a really long time. You don't know why they've been building. You don't know what they're trying to do. You just know that they've been building for a long time. And on the second tower, I really wanted to express that they're trying to get water, that they're running out of water, they're running out of supplies,
Yeah, I didn't miss
and
anything on the
that
second
all
tower.
of Earth's water is in the clouds. And then on the third tower, I wanted to express how fighting and stealing and conflict is kind of breaking out between towers, and between the people on each individual tower, and how this conflict is affecting everybody. And then keeping all of that in mind, I still wanted to keep all of the notes centered around that theme that it's been a long time, but we're not done yet. And so all of them kind of try to draw back to that main point to keep it all really, really well focused and really, really concise in, revolving around that one main theme. And this was something that was really important for this specific game jam, because when you're doing a game jam, the whole point is to work off of one specific theme, and so I really wanted to make that the key part of this. But at, I think, around the fourth day, I started having a lot of problems, and I started being afraid that I wasn't even going to complete the jam. I was having issues packaging the game. I was having issues running the game after it was packaged, all kinds of other bugs with the inventory and all this stuff, and I was afraid that these issues would set me so far behind schedule that I wouldn't be able to either add everything I wanted, or that I just might not even be able to complete the game in time. With some help from other developers, and a lot of time making Google searches and stuff, I did manage to fix all of those big issues, and I was able to wrap up all the smaller issues just in the next few days, and it actually all worked out really well. So by the next day, pretty much everything was on track and was coming together really, really nicely. But I didn't know how I wanted the game to end, and this was something that I knew was going to be really, really important. Is that I had to have a satisfying ending, especially with a game as short as this. I knew it was going to be long. I knew it wasn't going to take long to complete. I was assuming on the high end maybe 20 minutes, right? And that's about how it turned out. So I needed to make sure that people were satisfied with the ending, that they were happy with it. And I had a few different ideas for different directions that I wanted to take this, but none of them really seemed good, and they all felt kind of forced. I even started implementing one ending where basically you'd get up to the top, and the god of water would come and start speaking to you, and would tell you how proud he was that you were like the last person alive, and that you'd survived, and then you would become a god yourself or something. But it just didn't feel right. I didn't like it. It felt forced, and I felt like it didn't flow with the rest of the game. It didn't fit that theme.
Sword? I never picked up the sword here.
Really revolved around. And so
I just with the hammer.
what I decided to do was try to echo
Wait.
that theme. And that
Oh,
was
he's still
when I
playing, okay.
came up with the idea for the ending that you see in the game now. And as soon as I came up with the idea for this ending, I added it that very day. I think it was 1 or 2 days before the end of the jam, and I was really, really happy with it. I really liked the ending. I felt like it really tied it up nicely, and I was really proud of that. So after submitting the game to the game jam on Itch.io back in December, the game did really well, and it received a lot of support from the community over there, which gave me kind of the confidence and the go-ahead to push it out to all of you guys on Steam. And although Steam is definitely much more critical, and I knew people might not like it, that was a risk I was definitely willing to take. And once again, I'm really glad that I did. And I'm still blown away by the response, and I really can't thank you enough for being a fan and checking out the fan pack. Yeah, it's just been a really, really cool experience, and I'm so happy that you've been a part of it. Cheesy as it sounds, you better believe I am.
Just for a second, I thought the ending is gonna be like the Esther where you just jump off. That was a decent ending though. That was pretty good. No, but the creepy thing is that
All right, well, there we have
right.
it. Thanks again
Let's let him
for
push.
checking out the pack. If you have any questions about the game or anything else, feel free to shoot me an email or a message on Twitter. You can email me at
Alright, this is
gavin.isaac9
just
at
wrapping up, right?
twostargames.com or Twitter at twostargames.
Yeah,
Once again,
but the
hope
creepy
you've
thing
enjoyed,
was
and that's about all I have for you. So, happy gaming.
alright, I finished it. You don't even see any bodies, right? There are like a whole bunch of people there. And that's a window capture, right? Okay. Yeah. There's been quite a bunch of people. Some might have fallen, right? But did they all fall? There should have been like some trace. It's like they all vanished. Alright, well that was the first short game. We have I think the other one is something like Walk Simulator as well. So let's do Dinner with an Owl, which is a point click. So yeah, let's go for that. Yeah, that was pretty good. I'll check out the wallpapers later. Actually, I'll check them out real quick. Alright, that looks cool. Alright. Let's switch over to Dinner with an Owl. Let me change the title. Name. One second. I'll put this screen for a second.